The Dude for a Day workshop is a full-day immersive experience, and I make it very clear at the beginning of the day that this is not about becoming a man, it's about becoming more. It's about pulling forward an energy that may have been latent or dormant and allowing what's always been there naturally to come out and sort of make a fuller person. So drag was really born in the margins, outside the mainstream, and I think there is a deep wisdom and therapeutic quality to drag. So I'm hoping that I can help it at least crawl a little bit more into the mainstream. And my workshops have always been for women of all kinds, you know, not just women that want to perform. Some are straight identified, some are non-binary, some are queer. It's just that they want to feel a different energy within themselves.
So you're a boy, now what?
I am no man.
Yo, what's up, money? You got a problem?
There we go. And you can move around, you can walk around.
I feel like Ellen DeGeneres, right?
What can be explored playing with gender is parts of yourself that you either suspected were there all along or had no idea were there. One of the things I like to do is get these characters talking so that it's not just lip syncing, so we're actually learning about who is this man that this woman has created. All right, give yourselves a hand. It's Sunday morning. Okay, for the next exercise, I'd like you to go get your notebook and a pen and come right back here. I think Dude for a Day, right now, at this moment in history, is really important to start to bridge the gender gap, not just between men and women, but within ourselves. We're gonna speak now about two things: why you came, like why the heck you would sign up for a Dude for a Day workshop and dress as a man for a day, and what were you hoping to get out of it?
Be a great way to like delve into my inner performer, but also I think it's like a conversation that's going on right now, like what is gender and gender being fluid, and like I would totally love to learn more about that.
It was just to rattle me up and just explore something different.
I've done this before. I'm not a virgin dude. I have found many different guys. I'm not going to say inside me. I'm going to say as part of my psyche.
So I feel that I have an inner critic and I'm like an A+ student, and so this is maybe an opportunity to practice like trying to shut that down.
Right, and practice is such a good word because it can't remain theoretical.
Yeah.
You have to try something. That's my new tagline for Dude for a Day is thinking outside your box. So that's great.
When I was young, I was always acknowledged as a boy. I did a lot of different things to help me become more feminine. I would fit in more, but it was never my truly authentic self. Here I am, still delving into my sense of self, my sense of identity, my gender.
And it's never too late to explore that.
I feel like a lot of the reason that I'm here is because for like a few years, I thought that I was gender fluid or just not really, you know, just full-on girl. I realized I am a girl, but I also have like a fairly dominant masculine side, I guess. So I thought that this would be a really cool way to keep exploring that a little more.
That's so great. Sav.
So I identify as non-binary, and for work, I'm a drag king. So I was interested in coming here more as like a character workshop.
Cool, so to develop another character outside of the repertoire that you already have.
Yeah.
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 Great.
Yeah.
Great.
And I go by they them pronouns, but I don't get offended yet. Still new. It's still new.
For myself, I've always identified as female, and people would tell me, you're so feminine, and I would think, what are they talking about? Because inside I felt like Tony Soprano. I'm like, don't they see a fat Italian guy? I don't get it. And then a couple of years ago, I started doing drag just for fun and doing comedic videos. And so for me, it was very freeing. How do you think your gender has affected your, we can start with career and lives.
Yeah, in every area of my life, marriage, divorce, and every career, raising my kids, it's been there all the time.
I think that being raised as a woman, that I somehow incorporated the idea that I had to be nice. And it was my job to look after everyone.
When we're transitioning into a more male persona, we're not trying to be actual men. It's the same way with drag queens. They are sending up aspects of hyper femininity, right? So there's a lot less nice.
The people pleasing has been exhausting, and I wasn't even aware I was doing it till I started to rebel against it.
It's a lot of conditioning too that we have to scrub our system free of.
Yeah.
Growing up in church spaces, in very conservative Christian spaces, femininity and masculinity are very binary. Yeah. Living your teens in like your formative years in that kind of space does things to you. You know, dress nice and put on the makeup and do those things. We're asked to perform and present so much, and it is such a burden. Yeah.
So thank you, and I really, really hear you. And the image I'm getting as you're talking is that, let's say I'm a tree. It's almost like there's a half of the tree that's encouraged to grow, and then there's this other part that wants to grow, and it's almost like that side of the tree is cut. So now it's sort of my personal mission to shine love onto those branches that were cut off and help you grow that other aspect so you can move forward and be those things that you know you were.
So I used to be a freelance writer, and now I guess I kind of run a producer, and it was really interesting how much I had to learn how to not be taken advantage of, because the natural thing is to just agree with anything that comes your way and be like, yeah, okay, I'll that sounds good.
So I just have colleagues and friends who have gone into some kind of institutions for mental health support, and they've talked about assertiveness training as part of their therapy. Like, so not just something about gender or how we were socialized, but as a necessary tool for us to even be healthy. You know.
Yeah.
Wow, great. Thank you all so much. Great discussion. So we're gonna get on our feet now and exaggerate femininity. Okay? And then we're gonna go to neutral, and then we're gonna find masculine, and then we're gonna get dressed. I particularly found today's group discussion very encouraging, very interesting. People are very aware of the point in history that we are at in terms of hearings and trials about gender. So for me, this workshop and this kind of work is more relevant than ever to bring forward this energy in women, and also to bring forward a different energy in men, and to meet each other from that place. Okay. So we are going to start with exaggerating femininity, just so that we can push it to that extreme. Then we'll come back to neutral, and then we'll start being more dudish. Typically, the female gaze is right on top of the eyeball. So exactly. And we're even going to channel a bit of Marilyn. So it's almost like there's always something in your pants. Yep, so let's do this, because I see a bit of terror in there. Flop around, yeah. If you can see that in my eyes, everything on the face moves. And, oh my God, my breasts are growing. I don't know how it's happening. It's just doing it on its own. And like, maybe there's a little bit of squeezing, I don't know, you know, like, so let's start to move around and really see each other. You're so interested in everything and everyone. That's it, and there's energy in the hands, and you might not be able to resist touching yourself because you feel so good and you look so good. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's so it. Yeah, that's it. And like this. You just fucking roll out of bed and you look like this. It's amazing. So now shake that off. Okay, shake that off. Think about how much energy that took. That was gross. I'm just, oh my God. Right? It's exhausting. So now we're gonna do it nice and relaxed. We're gonna find neutral. So this is a neutral face. It's not an active frown. It's not actively happy. And the eyes are relaxed. And let's readjust the posture. So quick hitchhiker, big circle, eyes always on the thumb. And let's take a deep breath. And you're gonna walk around in the space and find neutral. I'll show you what's not neutral. That's not a neutral walk. Also, this is not a neutral walk. Okay, so this would be more a neutral walk. So everyone, let's try that. That's it. Nice and neutral. Very cute.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
I am.
How's that feeling? A little more relaxed? Good, good. Okay, coming back in the circle. So women are used to being watched and men are used to being the watchers. So we're gonna pull our gaze back to the back of the eyeball. So I'll go from looking at the world from the front. And now I'll pull it back. What was the difference in energy for you to meet that gaze?
It was intimidating.
It was intimidating.
The word sinister came to mind.
Sinister. That's good.
Hard to read.
Hard to read, so more masked. Okay, so now let's try to do what I was doing. So pull your gaze back.
My root chakra just opened.
No way. Wow. You get to build your penis in a minute, so hang on to that.
There's a place for it.
Right? You just made space for your big balls. That's great. You can have as big balls as you want. A little more tension in the hips. No smiling or nodding, just for this exercise, and greet each other in a very minimalist way. That's it. Feel heavier. Think that there are sandbags or weights on you. Yep, yep. Yeah, that's good, Sophia. I've been playing around with this lately. You can really find anger in the mouth and in the hands. Good. Good. Come in a circle again, and let's drop the voice down. So we're gonna put our hands up like this, and you can watch me first, and then we're gonna do it as a group, and it's a ha. And ha. Okay, together. Ha. Ha. Okay, and now. And now, gently touching your jaw just to give it permission to relax. Hey, you!
Hey, you!
Can you hear that? Yeah.
Hey, you!
What are you doing? They're so good. Let's hear one at a time.
Hey, you!
Hey, you! Hey, you!
Hey, you! Hey, you!
Hey, you.
Hey, you! Hey, you!
Wow, nice, nice. Okay, so you've brought some costume choices. Once you've picked what he wears, then we're gonna go into hair and makeup. Let's experiment and see what you got. So it's gonna feel weird, but you go in and you scoop towards the armpit. That's it. So if somebody's having trouble accessing the opposite energy to which they were conditioned, there's many technical things that you can do. There's voice, giving them permission to speak louder, more clearly. We tap into the lower register. I'll do improvisations on how they would speak to another man or a woman.
I'm getting off in like half an hour. Want to go hang out?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I'm just gonna like have my coffee over there, and when you're done, just like come get me.
Cool.
Okay, right on.
All right.
If you move the body in a certain way, the psyche follows. So you can really work from the outside in. With the feminine, it tends to be, the gaze is from on the surface of the eyeball. They're very much aware of other people, aware that they're being watched, so we sort of over-exaggerate that energy. She looks like Santa 200 years later.
Yeah, like Moses at the end of the 40 years.
Yes. Tapping into a male energy, it's more, men are more used to being the watcher. So you kind of pull the energy back to behind the eye. There's a lot less smiling and nodding. And women have been conditioned that that sort of energy is rude, and this really gives women the freedom to not give a shit. And what does it feel like for an hour to not have to please people?
I think that he gets changed maybe like once a week, and like a lot of the time it's just this.
I like the thin beard. Don't love this with this look, but I love the chin strap. Yeah. The mustache is growing on me.
What we are going to do now is called a theatrical hot seat. And what that means is that one at a time, gentlemen, you will go up to the magic couch and you will be yourself, and I'm going to ask you questions and you answer as yourself. The more you commit to the physicality of your man, the easier the answers are gonna come. And I'm gonna bring the penises over, and you're gonna give yourself a penis, because we cannot birth our men on that magic couch until you have a penis. So you need to decide if you hang to the right or to the left. Yeah, but
I think I hang to the left.
To the left, okay. Would this be a good time to Skype your parents?
Oh yeah. I think they'd be really proud of what I'm doing with my life.
I think they should be damn proud of what you're doing.
Little lumpy. Should you have that checked out?
Boys, get those in your pants. Okay. Gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Cody Daniel. Yay. So my producers told me that you have a video that had 27 million hits. What was on that video?
My buddies and I, we went into a theme park, and we set our shit up like all around the Ferris wheel, and we took a video of me in one of the carts, and as it got to the top, I hung out of it, and I was like dangling there, asking, like yelling for help, and we were trying to see like who would like if anyone would help, or if people would just be frozen, not knowing what to do. And it was crazy. There was this one guy in the cart beside me who literally got out of his and was like monkey climbing around the Ferris wheel, came down, helped me up. It was incredible. No wonder there's 27 million views. Yeah, it was.
Literally became a different person. Like, I did not recognize anyone else that had been here before.
Right, it's like there's a new person in the room.
Yeah.
Mystic, my researchers told me that you've started a new dating website. How is your dating website different from the other ones out there?
Well, most of the people who sign up go bankrupt.
You are an expert in romance. I mean, until everyone went bankrupt, your website was doing very, very well. What advice would you give to our men here today on the affairs of the heart and the loins?
Don't live together.
Don't live together. Why?
It's obvious.
That's true. Thank you so much for coming, Mystic. Okay, gentlemen, let's welcome to the couch Jax with an X.
Hey.
So my researchers, they told me that you had a poem that went viral. Can you tell us a bit of your poem?
Yeah. If you have a heart, why would you deny that heart? If you have a part, put it with another part. Hearts, not parts.
Woo!
Yeah.
Jax, man. I'm gonna bring something up. I know it might be a bit touchy, but about 6 weeks ago there was an incident. Police were involved. What was that about?
This guy, he bumped into me and he knocked my coffee onto my poem that I'm trying to compose. I pushed him, and you know, I talked to the police. I told them what happened. I was like, just let it go. I'll mention you in one of my poems. Like, it can be fine. And they were like, yeah, okay.
That's
so
amazing.
shout out to cops, Bryce, Dylan, they're great.
Wow. How was that for you?
It was lit. I wish I was Jax.
You created him, you performed him, that's in you.
Yeah, I mean, it just, you know, when I'm actually living my regular life, I have so much stress and anxiety just all the time.
Yeah.
So if I could even have just a little bit of that, I feel like that would be good.
My name is Lance Roberts, Lance Jackson Roberts. I'm 34 years old, and I'm an entrepreneur.
And right now, what's the reality of your life?
So what's your name, sweetie?
Tracy.
Tracy. It's a cute name.
Thank you.
See, Tracy, I'm working with this group. We're gonna produce them, and I think they're gonna be the next best thing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Motown Philly, nothing on that. Let me tell you. Oh yeah, they're the next thing. I'm telling you, Tracy.
So, I love when you use my name, Lance.
Tracy.
You're gonna make me blush. No, stop it. Stop it. So, Lance, last week when one of my researchers was tailing you, she saw you doing karaoke and that you were amazing. But then about 15 minutes later, you were sitting in a booth and you were crying. What happened that night?
I was just thinking about all my brothers that we saw go down back in the old neighborhood, you know? Much too young, you know? And so part of what I'm doing is not just for me and for minds, but it's also for my community. It's called Build Up, and we're there to build up your mind, build up the heart, build up the soul, and build up the neighborhood.
We're gonna cheer Build Up on the count of 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3, Build Up!
Yeah.
Okay, what did you love about Lance? Yeah.
I liked his seduction.
Right? I'm sure I blushed for real. All right, gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dominique Alfonso.
It's Dominic.
Dominic.
It's Dominic. I'm not a girl. Dominique.
I'm so sorry, Dominic.
Jeez. I'm already pissed off.
I know. What's happening?
Oh, I'm the reluctant new face of Alfonso Brothers Roofing Company.
Sorry, I don't mean to. That sounds
brutal.
That sounds
brutal.
How did that happen?
My Aunt Pina. She's not good about cross-contamination. She made homemade sausages, killed my father and his 3 brothers when they ate them 2 weeks ago. So now I have to take over the family company. That's not what I want. I'm not a roofer. Do I look like a roofer?
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
You must still be in shock.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything.
Thank you for coming, Dominic. Thank you. Wish you all the best. So what did you guys enjoy about, yes, Dominic?
I think that she really got kind of the male rage that just kind of flashes up and then kind of just basically flashes up again.
Yeah, right from the top when I mispronounced the names. I was not scared. Yeah, great.
My name's Luis Velasquez. I'm 37 years old. I've been a Navy SEAL for the past 15 years. I've just recently retired.
What happened?
It's crazy stuff went on. But there's some things I cannot ever share, so.
That sounds very intense.
Yeah.
I was also really glad when my producers told me you're part of that program where they give the support dogs to ex-military with PTSD. How's it working out with your dog?
Well, I've spooked him sometimes in the night, but he's there for me. He doesn't leave my side.
What about dating? Is that an option for you?
I date.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And can you tell which ones your dog likes the best?
Yeah, I can tell. He likes the blondes.
I felt that you pulled a lot of empathy out of me, like having to endure the trauma of conflict and stuff like that. I thought it was really interesting.
And very believable. All right, gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome JP.
Yeah, so I'm JP and I'm 26 years old and well, we're actually expecting a child.
Oh my goodness, JP, that's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Wow, nice. So you're not married?
No,
No. Yeah.
we're committed.
Yeah, that's great. And what was your first reaction when Sarah said, guess what?
Excited. It's
Yeah.
coming sooner than I would have wanted.
Right, because you're only 26, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be okay. Like kids, what do kids need? Kids need love. So I can do that, right?
Yeah.
And I think kids don't need to have a lot of money. Sometimes if you give kids too many things, it's bad for them, right?
I heard that Sarah is the opposite of you in the calmness department. She's like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with the fact that she's always like bouncing off the walls?
I like that about her.
You like that about her?
I like that about her. She's going to be a good mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, JP, it's really great to meet you. I'm really digging your vibe.
Thanks.
So thank you for sharing with us, and we wish you really good luck with the baby and with college and all the new adventures.
It didn't seem like such a persona.
Right.
Yeah.
So much sweetness.
Was I the only one? My nervous system just relaxed.
Yeah.
Like he really had his own pace.
Well, I just feel like, obviously, I don't know all of these people very well, but I could see such a significant change in the way that they, you know, carried themselves and the way that they acted. They really like committed, and it was very, very believable.
So basically, stay exactly how you look, grab a wallet, a coat if you need it, and we're going to the restaurant as these characters. You ready? Let's go. What I would like to do with drag is nothing short of, it's very small. I just want to take it global. I want to take it into law firms, into hospitals, into schools, and use it as something that really becomes very mainstream, so that women are bringing forward a more masculine energy, a more assertive part of themselves, more leadership, more confidence, and men are allowing that softer, more nurturing part of themselves to come forward. And I really wouldn't call it masculine or feminine, I would just call them different energies and different strengths, so that we have whole human beings, and so that we can meet each other not as so much opposites, you are one thing, I am another thing, but more as, oh, here's a human being. And also have empathy for the other gender, to start to understand what is it like to be a man and always be told, be a man. And the same like be a woman or be ladylike. You know, you might diminish yourself or make yourself smaller. With women, there are aspects of themselves that when you allow them to dress as men or encourage that kind of character, it pulls forward a different kind of humor, a more directness, literally a ballsier version of themselves. And with men, I've really seen it pulls forward a softer side, a different kind of humor, a different kind of sensuality, and then we just have more fuller people. Jeff is a phenomenal choreographer that works everywhere with all kinds of pros, and then he comes and works with my family.
You guys ready to dance? So what we're gonna do is go through some steps, okay? And we're gonna talk about the steps, we're gonna talk about how we get into the energy of those steps and what that means, all right? So facing this direction as you are, we're gonna take ourselves over to the right first, okay? Just do a nice and easy grapevine. A 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4. Let me see, 5, 6, going to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 5, 6, down, up, stop, back. So, you want to get down into the floor, yeah? A down, up, a down, up. Watch me, 6, 7, and an arm, down, boom, up, boom. Yeah? You want to give a little bit more energy into it, okay? One at a time, show me snap. Harder, hit harder. Hit harder.
How hard?
Like really hard. Flow. Get better. And harder. Boom. Now give me some head pop there, okay? Boom. Snap. Snap the head. Other way. Other way. There, that's better. Mystic. Hold on. We're gonna use some of that magic, right? 6, 7, and boom. Okay. I want a little bit more unemployment from you. Okay? Okay, then we're gonna skip it. A boom, a boom, a boom, a boom. Think of it as seducing someone, okay? All eyes on me. Eyes on me. Pretend you want me. Okay, pretend I'm just something appealing about me that you like. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's way better. Okay, take it back to the front. Are you ready?
Yes.
Say yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Here we go. We go back. Boom, boom, hit, hit. So watch me from the front. I want to ask you to touch yourselves, okay? I don't want this. Like, right? That's nothing, right? But you want to feel something, right? So, right? You want to feel it, Lance, right? Yeah. Put it on me. Put it on me. Another one. Put it on me, Lance. That's right.
I got you,
okay, that's what I want, okay? That's the kind of energy that we're looking for, okay?
Yes.
So do from the top?
Yes.
I need more enthusiasm.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom, ha, boom, 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 boom. What happened? Boom, ha, boom. Something happened, didn't it? The lead performer is singing his shit out. All right, pop out. Let's do it.
So are the rest of us lip syncing or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
Let's just keep it on Lance. Okay. So pop out. Unless you know the words.
Yeah, of course.
All of you know the words.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then everybody's gonna lip sync, but you're gonna start it, okay? Let's go over the whole thing, okay? We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab 6, 7, 8. Head, head, hip, hip, slide, and slide. Now the heart, 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 and push. Right, left, down, and push. Point, 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 point. Skip, 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 and open to the world. Yeah, all right? That's it. Okay? Okay, good. Let's get back into those number ones, okay? All right. Now the key is here to just have fun, okay? The key is to be in here and go crazy. Imagine that you are in your living room by yourself. You know, you put on that song and you were like, killing it because nobody's watching, right? Nobody's watching this right now, guys. Okay? It's just me and you guys, all right? Make it big. Sell it. Here we go. Play back. Yeah. Bigger, bigger, bigger. And sell it right here. Sell it over here. Good. Sell it to me. Sell it. Next. Mexico. Sell it to Mexico. Unemployment. And turn. Lance, turn. Bounce, bounce, bounce. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Ha. Boom, ha, ha, boom, ha. Skip. Go to the heart. Heart, heart, heart. And right, left, down, ha. Point, point, skip. Here we go to the world. All right, Lance. All right, good work. Can we move? Hey, baby.
Okay, everyone, we have a real treat for you this afternoon. This is my friend Drag King Flair. And Drag King Flair is an international drag king performer, and he is now a drag king historian. Please welcome Flair.
Thanks, everybody.
so I'll kind of go back to a quick summary. But it started in 600 AD in the Tang Dynasty in China. And so when they needed somebody to play a young boy's role, but it needed a mature person to do it, they had women do it. Male impersonation, in regards to the vaudeville-like world, that's where it kind of started. Really did start mostly in London, England, and that started in the 1800s. The first one that came over to the United States was named Annie Hindle, and she was an overnight success. Her style of male impersonation was to impersonate the swell, which is the upper class male for a working class male audience. Annie Hindle is also one of the first women to ever marry a woman in the United States. In fact, she married 2, and she did it in male attire. You know, in this day we would say probably trans. This era of male impersonation in the States and the UK lasted until about the 1920s, when the Great Depression came in, politics changed, vaudeville and burlesque was not okay, plus people didn't have the money. And then all of a sudden this really amazing performer popped up named Gladys Bentley. This was a person of color. By the 1930s, the clubs had changed and the scenes had changed a little bit, and so she had more of a female audience. They didn't want this feminist, lesbian behavior. She actually stopped doing it altogether. You kind of skip through, and then we hop into the 80s, and we have another woman of color who was extremely important named Stormy Delivery, and was part of the Jewel Box in New York City before it was shut down through a lot of the gay riots and the persecution of gays and queers that were happening at that time in our history. The rumor is Stormy threw the first punch that actually started the riots in the first place. The male impersonators of the 1800s, they had careers, and they were very celebrated during that entire time. People think that we didn't have any fame or that we were not as known. Well, that's because our history has been a bit squashed. But the 90s saw a resurgence. It was really lush with amazing drag kings, some of the best I've ever seen in my life. And this is because a conference started called IDKE. IDKE, it stands for the International Drag King Community Extravaganza. Now, why is there a C chucked in there? Within the first 3 years of IDKE, that word was not included. It went from a lot of solo acts to kind of group acts. But what was being announced was only the drag king name. The person performing femininity was kind of getting dropped. Strong women got together and they said, why is it only the male character getting called on stage when everybody's doing equal work? It's not right. And they asked if they could add community to the definition of IDKE, and we agreed. By then, I was already doing what's called draglesque, where I would start in masculine character and end in full-blown tassel twirling, right? I had to bring up to the board at that point, am I allowed to get away with performing a level of femininity because I have a short haircut? Be real with me. And they couldn't argue. That was the final point that changed it. I was proud of that. I was proud of that. The level and the amount of performers who are stripping away gender now to just be performers, it's just really exploded in the last 3 to 5 years. Drag is an umbrella. Let's all embrace it and go under it together. Yeah, we have a really rich history, and I'm really glad I got to share some of that with you.
So have you seen a boom recently of kings?
Yes, there's definitely been a bit of a pop. We have Rise of the King, which is a TV series that's come out on YouTube. Well, it's a YouTube series. I've seen a boom in style, attention to detail. I'm glad to see more people. I'm just glad to see people are still doing it, but that it's actually thriving.
What benefits do you see for mainstream society to give that a try?
I think that if people started to drop the gender intensity, this is what it means to be a man. This is what it means to be a woman. Well, I could take, like, doesn't even matter. Come over here and sit next to me for a second. For real. Be your masculine self for a second. What's your persona? What do you like to take on for masculinity? There we go. We got sternness. We got some toughness going on, right? Well, what about me? Oh, sweet. You're cute. Is this not masculine? I look masculine. There's a femininity in that gayness. However, it's still viewed as masculine. Well, guess what? That is because gender is all the way on a spectrum that's so circular and round that that's what gives you room to perform in any way that you want to. That's power. That's power whether you're cis, male, female, or trans. It doesn't matter.
Amazing. Flair, thank you so much.
Very welcome.
So my biggest hope for when people leave the workshop is that they leave with an expanded sense of self. What I've heard from many women was that when they were girls, they had this impulse to dress more like a boy or do more boyish things, and it was shut down. I would love that they go back into their daily lives, giving themselves that permission that wasn't granted them as kids, to dress however they want and try different things and be more physical or however it manifests. And I've seen that. I've seen women go on to make, you know, really interesting choices after this, and sometimes a little braver choices. Please share what today was for you, what it meant for you, if there were any surprises, and what you feel you're taking away.
I'm very moved by the courage of everybody here. That's what blows me away, where immediately, you know, after a couple of exercises, we're like friends.
When everyone was in the hot seat, we got to hear their story, and although they were in, you know, the male costume, that just fell away, and I was just listening to the heart of the story.
I had so much fun, and just so quickly I became comfortable with everybody, and I became a lot more comfortable with myself, and yeah, it just surprised me.
It was really cool to hear about the history of drag kings, and I guess we're all kind of like carrying that inheritance in this, even in this one day, right? So that was really cool.
I thought it was incredibly beautiful to see this shift in everyone, to see everyone take on these new roles, because I know for me it feels like there's just this newfound freedom when you're in this. It was so incredible to see, so that was really beautiful.
I was grateful that I felt as comfortable just playing in the male role, because there was a lot of trepidation and fear.
Well, I have one more comment.
Yeah.
I think that having a dick is really uncomfortable. I used to think that it would be like really handy just like to pee wherever you want, but like it's really uncomfortable. Maybe it's just because I'm wearing tight pants, but like as soon as we started dancing, I had to take it out. I was like, nope, not doing it.
Well, somebody left theirs on the windowsill, and the choreographer was like, what's that? So someone else got tired of theirs too. You're not the only one. I want to say thank you so much for your courage, your spirit of exploration to jump right into this and explore, your cheering on of each other to make it such a safe, supportive, cheerleading environment where others could just find their balls and fly. And I hope that, like what we said at the beginning of the day, it wasn't so much about becoming a man, but it was about becoming more. And so I hope that you have discovered new pieces of yourselves, new energies to bring forward, and you leave here wider, more expanded than you were when you arrived this morning. And I thank you with all my heart for jumping in and being so fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you.